Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to just peace out, right? God gave us peace, and all we have to do is figure out how to walk in it and enjoy it, right? I put the link up to my ebook store there where you'll find all kinds of resources, Bible study guides, devotionals, things like that, all in ebook form. You can download it, you can print it out, you can write in it, you can print it out and do it again, time and time again if you want to. Anyway, I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope you had a good break. It seemed like I had a lot more days than 2 days off because most weeks I only take Sunday off. So I had Sunday and Monday off from the devotional. And this morning I was like, man, it feels like it was a long time ago, but it was just Saturday, right? It really wasn't that long ago. Anyway, so that was kind of nice. So kind of refreshing there to have a little break, right? I hope you had a good time with family and friends. Hope you had a good time doing whatever you do, your traditions and the things you like about the holidays. I hope you had all that to your fill and that you're refreshed today, ready to go back to work, back to school, back to resting, whatever it is you've got planned for the day, because God's got you today. So I was reading this week. This weekend, I actually took time. I've been reading through Proverbs, and man, there's some really good stuff. God can speak through to you through anything. He can use whatever tools. If you have a listening ear, you'll hear him speak through whatever you're reading. I wrote a whole bunch of stuff in my journal yesterday morning, or maybe it was Saturday morning. Some things that God was just kind of giving me, or Sunday morning, I guess, God was giving me, and it was just refreshing to my heart just to get something new again, right? And so, and who knows, I'm working on several projects now. Who knows what kind of project that's going to come into? But I was reading, yesterday I read this scripture in Proverbs, and I just kind of got stuck there. And did you know it's okay to get stuck in a good way? Because it's okay to just, read till something jumps out at you and then just grab that and stop. It messes with my OCD to not finish the chapter. And usually I go back and finish the chapter. I can't just walk away. But when you're reading along and something stands out to you, just stop. Read it again. Make that your meditation for the day. Make it what you focus on for the day. Make it your prayer for the day when something really stands out to you. And so yesterday when I was reading Proverbs 18:10, a very familiar scripture stood out to me though. It's the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. And we sang in the 70s. We sang this because we sang so many scriptures way back in the day. Our whole worship service most of the time was scriptures just put to music, right? And this was one of those. And this was one that I memorized very young because we sang it in church frequently. But the name of the Lord is a strong tower. We can run to it and we're safe. We're safe running to God. It's the safest place we can run with our emotions. It's the safest place we can run with our problems. It's the safest place to run with our feelings, with our situations. We can run to him and we are safe, right? And so as I meditated on that, I think I read it yesterday. So I went back and read it again today. Read 18, 19 all over again, a couple of chapters. There's just so much in there about wisdom and about trusting God and about him taking care of us, and death and life are in the power of the tongue, things like that, right? So I went back this morning, I was reading it, and I thought, you know what I love about God is we can run to him with anything. He doesn't have a list of forbidden topics. He doesn't have a list of situations he wants to avoid. He doesn't have a list of I don't deal with these things. Don't bring these things. He doesn't have that kind of list. And so as I was thinking about that and thinking how he just welcomes us. God just wants to be with us. And that kind of blows our mind. Mostly because I know me. Why does God want to be with me, right? But because we know ourselves, sometimes we think, why does God want to be with us? But he just wants to be with us. He just wants us to bring things to him. Good things, bad things, indifferent things, little things, big things, in between things. He just likes for us to be in his presence. He just likes to be with us. So as I was thinking about that, I was like, wait a minute. Isn't there a scripture that talks about God being a stronghold in the day of trouble? Oh, yes, of course there is. Nahum 1:7. The Lord is good. That's the first thing. The Lord is good, right? A stronghold in the day of trouble. And he knows those who trust in him. Now, why I put these two together God is a stronghold in the day of trouble, and that we can run to him and we're safe. When we have any situation, we can bring it to God. He does not measure it. He doesn't have a measuring stick or a measuring rule to say, oh, that's not big enough to bring to me. No. Or I only take those little things on Saturdays at 8. You're going to have to come back a Saturday night at 8 for the little things. That's when I'm not so busy. He doesn't have a measuring stick. He doesn't tell us, you can bring everything to me, but you can bring everything to me except. You can bring everything to me on this is what I deal with on Mondays. This is Monday, so you can't bring that. This is what I deal with on Wednesdays. Wait till Wednesday. This is what I deal with on Saturdays. I don't deal with anything on Sundays. He doesn't have a measuring stick. Nothing is excluded. We can run to him with the smallest thing, and I think that still brings joy to his heart because we're running to him. Isn't that what we're learning here at Peace Out? That we go to God for peace, no matter what. And it's the same way with anything that's bothering us, anything that's nagging at us, any concern we have, any joy we have. And God doesn't say it's too little for him to look at. He doesn't say it's too big for him to deal with. He just says, you can run to me and be safe. He says, I am a stronghold in the day of trouble. And he knows those who trust him. These two scriptures together are just so powerful, and they just remind me that God's got me. All my crazy thoughts, all my silly thoughts too, right? All the crazy situations I find myself in, all the dumb situations I find myself in, all the good situations I find myself in. He's got it all covered. He's got peace enough for it all. And here's the other side of that. Here's the flip side of that coin. Not only is nothing too small or too big for us to bring to him, he wants it all. He's just run to the Lord. He's our stronghold. He's our strong tower. He's our hiding place. He's our refuge. He's our strength. He's our coverer. He's just there waiting for us to bring it. And he's like, bring it. Bring it. I got it, right? And at the same time, he doesn't measure his grace. He doesn't measure his peace. He doesn't measure his mercy. He just abundantly pours it out to us. And then he lets us figure out how much of it we want operating in our hearts and lives at any given moment. There's no measuring sticks in God's heart. There's no measuring sticks for the bad stuff. There's no measuring sticks for the good stuff. He just says, I am. I am present. I am your stronghold. I am your strong tower. I got you covered. And that's why we can peace out, because he's got us. He doesn't measure on either end, right? So I hope I said something that you can hold on to today, that a scripture you can grab hold of today to help bring comfort, joy, strength, whatever you need today, and peace out, because that's what this is all about, right? So peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you again in the morning.